see my complexion anymore. Fading in the difference between what's real and what's not anymore. I can't decide if I'm okay or not. I think I'm alright. I'm doing just fine.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I created this 1920s inspired look with a bit of horror on the other side. This is more of a zombie gore. Kind of rusty on the whole special effects part, but this is the outcome of this entire look. So if you want to know how I achieved this look, then please keep on watching. So I'm starting off with nothing on my face, not even moisturizer, because I am going to be applying prosthetics piece, a little bit like a cheaper version. So for that prosthetics, I don't really want any oiliness or anything that's hydrating on the skin, because then when I apply the glue, it won't last as long, or it won't like last all night if that's what you are gonna intend on wearing or be for Halloween. So just keep in mind on that. But I did apply eye cream on my eyes because you know, you have to do that. And I'm just gonna go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer, and this is the 1.0, so a really light one. And I'm gonna be applying this on the eye area, so not really like being very neat on the whole application because it is gonna be kind of gory. And I'm just gonna really get this concealer up towards the brows as well. Since we are doing a more of the 20s inspired look, I really want the brows to match with the decade makeup as well. I'm gonna be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. The color palette from the Anastasia is really pretty for this look particularly. I'm gonna apply the shade here, Dawn, first. And I'm just gonna keep it on the lid first, on the outer corner. Then I'm gonna take the same color and build up on the inner corner up towards the brow. There are some different ways to 1920s look, so this is not the only way. This is my favorite 1920s look because it's very dark. I'm gonna do more patchy on one side. I'm gonna make this side the zombie side. I'm not gonna pay too much attention on the blending on this side. Afterwards, I'm gonna go in with the color Fudge, and I'm just gonna work on the inner corner. I'm going a little bit up, kind of keeping within the first shade here. Just kind of blob it out here on the side. Bring it down to the entire lid as well. I'm gonna go in with All Star. I am just gonna dab onto that inner corner again. Okay, and then I am just blobbing this on. Next up, I'm gonna be applying Rowdy, which is a really dark purple. Tapping it on. I'm not really like sweeping the brush or blending because you used this color previously on another tutorial, and this is the color that you just are gonna have a little bit of a hard time blending. So it's always better to just kind of tap on it, and then you can go in and blend afterwards. I'm gonna be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and I'm using the shade Dark Brown. The eyes used to be cold, I don't know how you pronounce it, cold eyeshadow for the more daring girls. And we have the eyebrows really plucked, thinned, and then also drawn downward towards the temple, so it's very droopy eyebrows. We're same with the eye shape as well. So the top of the starting point of the brow, bring that along down towards the tail. Just at the start, we want to have the ending a little bit on top, so we want to create like a very thin brow. It's gonna look good. I'm just telling myself that as well as I'm telling you guys. Next step, I'm gonna take a flat brush with the same concealer, just draw over on my actual brow, so we have more of that 20s brow appearing. I'm gonna go in with the same shade as I did before with the Subculture palette, and I'm using my Dose of Colors shader brush. Lastly, I'm applying Rowdy, sorry, I keep saying Rowdy, I don't know why. Just dragging it in towards the inner corner, that gonna apply a highlighter under the eyes, and I'm using Cube. This is the iridescent chrome color. I'm just gonna apply some to the droopy brow bone here, my sad brow bone. Then I'm going in with the NYX Professional Makeup Faux Black, and I'm using Blackberry. And the prosthetic piece is from Spirit, so this little beautiful scab. It looks really fake, I know. I'm gonna make sure it's gonna look really gory, so this is just to show you guys what it looks like on the package. So if you're allergic to latex, definitely don't go ahead and apply this, especially if you're extremely sensitive to it, because it could irritate your skin, especially since it is going to be on your face the entire time. And for glue, I'm using, you can use Spirit gum. It's a lot cheaper, but I always prefer using the Prosthetic, and mine's super dirty, I'm so sorry, but this is Prosthetic. I got this from Studio Effects. This is a pro makeup shop in Vancouver, and you know, really good place. Love it. This glue here becomes really sticky once it's dry. So once it dries, like everything will stick to it. Everything. If you leave it on for too long, it can also just dry and nothing will stick. So I just trimmed off some of it on the prosthetic piece, and then I'm gonna apply some of that Prosthetic inside the area where brain gut is sticking out, just because I don't want it to deflate while it's on. I actually want to place this on the cheek area, maybe not this way, but like this way. So I'm just using a Q-tip to add the glue onto the prosthetic. Just taking a little bit of cotton and just filling it in where I need it. You can actually like do a prosthetic piece yourself using cotton and latex. I'm just the one who's being lazy here and not really wanting to do it from scratch. So not sticking out of the prosthetic piece, just kind of keeping it flat. Then this won't deflate. When it goes on, it's gonna stick out like that. Then I'm just gonna apply the Prosthetic using a Q-tip. It would help to outline where the prosthetic piece come out, but I'm just kind of guessing. Then I'm gonna apply this on carefully. If you are going to trim, you have to be so careful you don't trim too far in, because what they did with the prosthetic is that they thin it out on the edges here, so you can easily blend it in with your actual skin, so you don't have a crease or line of like where the prosthetic piece is. Then I'm just gonna color match this prosthetic piece with my skin so it doesn't like stand out so much. I'm gonna take the Black Moon Deranged liquid lipstick. You can use anything honestly, but I just thought liquid lipstick would be a lot easier. And I'm just using a blending brush, and then I'm just gonna stipple it on. You need to be able to have a product that's gonna go on that can tolerate having foundation going on top without actually lifting the color that you are using to discolor that prosthetic piece. I hope it all makes sense, guys, but I'm just trying to explain this easy as I can. And I'm gonna go in with a foundation. I'm using Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation, and I'm using the shade here, Light Medium Sand. Then I'm gonna take the green here, Untamed, from the Subculture palette, this one here. I'm just gonna start creating like vein-like doodles, and I'm just using a pencil brush, and then we can use that floppy thing and add color to it so it kind of looks like a vein. Then I am gonna go in with a smaller brush, and I'm using Morphe E35. Then I'm taking Destiny, which is a lighter green color. I'm also applying All Star to create more veins, so this color here. I'm going to be using the Benai FX wheel, and this is the Master Bruise wheel. I'm going to be mostly focused on using this color here. And a little bit of the blue, just a little bit. You don't really need much of it. And also a little bit of the green. I'm actually also going to take a little bit of that red as well. So this is how much product I have on, so these four here. And I'm using Morphe M217 brush. So I'm taking that red shade first. I'm keeping that red a little bit more towards the actual scab here. going to be applying a blush using Roxy and All Star Together from the Subculture palette. I know it sounds weird, but I'm just stippling it on, like creating a little bit of a harsher blush. For the lips, I'm using Melt Cosmetics All Day Everyday Eyeliner as my lip liner, and I'm using the shade Bloodshot. Then I'm using the Black Moon Cosmetics, and I'm using the shade Deranged Liquid Matte Lipstick. Lips were smaller than the natural outline of your actual lips. So back then they used to create a very defined cupid's bow, concentrating on the center of the lip, creating more fullness to it. And then I'm just messing up on that side here. I'm gonna add blood to this prosthetic piece, and I'm using fresh Scab. And this is more of a jelly-like blood effect. And I'm just going in with the spatula to apply this on, and I'm just gonna go in and where there are more of the darker red. Overall, this is what it should look like. I am a little bit rusty on the whole special effects part because I haven't done it in so many years. So far, I think it's pretty good. I mean, this is a prosthetic piece that's supposed to be upside down and like on the forehead, since it is like a brain sticking out. But I thought it would just be cool to just kind of have this pop out on the cheekbone and really like make it pull itself out and look like it's like fat and muscle tissue just kind of like breaking apart on the skin. And this is the finished look, so I just applied this wig on just to kind of match with the whole veiny part of this eye. And I applied a lens that I got from Boulonguise. I'll make sure to link everything that I use in this look in the description box below, so you guys can go ahead and check out all the products that I use. And then this piece here for the hair is something that I got from my mom, so I don't actually know where you can buy this, but I'm sure you can get it online somewhere if you just look for it. I don't know the name of it. Then I got this jacket on. This is faux fur, not real fur. Real fur sucks. Also something that my mom got for me. So funny, she always gets like the weirdest things for me, but I mean, I keep them and save them for props in case I am using them for some looks. And I really did want to do more of like a finger wave hairstyle because that was really in back then. But I don't know how to do that on a wig or even on my own hair actually, because my hair is so messy. But this is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and until then, see you next time for another Halloween makeup look.